I think we had a very poor first half in terms of winning our individual battles, the 1v1s. It was too easy. Our organization, we were all over the place. They looked like a World Cup team, and we looked like amateurs. So I think we got a good talking to in the locker room. I think Ash brought some great energy. Marc, of course, came in and basically was like, this is what you guys need to do. But in terms of your effort and winning challenges, like that's not, the coaches can't do anything about that. That's us, that's heart, that's mentality. And we brought it in the second half. Luckily, it wasn't too late. It was too late for the 3 points. And I think those would have been very important 3 points. But thanks to Sid, thanks to an amazing battle there at the end and Ash coming up big, I think so good to get the point. So good that they didn't come away from our home with 3 points, but it's not good enough. So obviously for me, I think trying to show some leadership in the back line and win my 1v1 battles, but I am proud of the team and it allows me to leave, I think, without a bitter taste. Now it's going to be really tough leaving the team tomorrow, but I'm really proud. The subs coming in, I'm so impressed. It's not easy, especially Kylie, Amy just getting here and playing a huge role. Abby, Chelsea, and Crystal and Erica getting a start after, many games of not getting a lot of minutes. So I think working with what we have, I'm really proud of the effort, but that first half just isn't good enough. I think that's what's one of the great things about this team. How many times now, unfortunately, this season have we been behind and come back for a tie or even for a win? And that's why I love this team. Even if it's a bad day, even if we're making these errors, we have players who will come up big at the end. It's not, even if it is kind of these individual mistakes, it's not heart. It's not a lack of heart. Sometimes maybe a little lack of brains, but it's not a lack of heart. And that goes a long way with loving being on a team like this and being in it together. And I think just from what I've heard from seasons past, this game would have been, a throwaway. It could have been 1, it could have been 2, it could have been 3. And to come back, like this is the new Orlando Pride. This is who we are. And we're never going to we're never going to roll over and die. And it's never over. So I think, we tried to fight back in against North Carolina, against Houston. And then tonight we were able to salvage a point. So again, I love this team and whatever anyone, can say, whatever I'm saying about the mistakes, about the decision-making, this team has so much heart and this team is a family and we did stick it out and stick together until the very end. And we got the point and they did not get 3 points.
Hi, Ali. Great result and a great display of resilience as always. What are some things, especially we can improve defensively against the Thorns, which is our next game?
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one. I think we need to take the grit that we had in the second half and come out like that. I think 1v1s, again, teams are going to look differently now that players are gone. So it's making sure we know what the players who are going to be on the field, what their strengths are, making sure we know who's fast, what foot they play on. Doing that analysis is going to be really important because it's not going to be the same team that we played last time. We're not the same team that was playing last time. So I think cleaning up, I think this will be the perfect game that every player needs to analyze and look what they individually could have done better. And if every player does that, and I know that they will, it'll be a completely different game. But these games are going to be tough. And I think making sure that we're organized will allow us to have a more effective attack. And we need to score goals, ideally a little bit earlier and more than one.
I wouldn't say we had a very good game, but I think we battled and we battled to the last minute. I think we left a lot of gaps for them to play in between us. And that's something that we'll look at going forward. But I'm proud that we came back and we got a point, but definitely some things to look at. I don't know. I think we just sent everyone up and she put a great ball in. To be honest, I have no idea what happened. I blacked out. And the next thing you know, the ball was in the back of the net. So yes, no, we haven't really worked on that, but hey, it worked.
Hi, Sid. Congrats on the goal. Great result at home as always. What are specific things we can improve as a team in our offense, especially against the Thorns that's coming up?
I think being able to play. I think sometimes we just try and go over top when we can play in front of them. I think teams, are starting to drop for that long ball in behind. And so that gives us the opportunity to play in front of them. And I don't think we did that well enough. And so we're going to have to go into Portland with that in mind. I feel like every single game I try to put everything I have into it. And to be honest, I didn't have legs left. And when Kanya came on and Abby came on and Chelsea came on, I said, you got to run for me because I can't jump. I was cramping. My calves were done. So I think our subs came in and did a great job. But, for me, I try and play as hard and as well as I can and, try to do the best I can for my team.
Look, there's no hiding that's our worst performance as a team. But the take home for us is that we have a spirit where the players just never give up. And once you have a spirit like that, you can build and build and build. And I don't think I've ever thought we're anywhere near a finished product, but what we are is doing very well on the way to becoming that. And like their energy commitment again for each other is just, it's outstanding. They dug themselves out of a hole because I think we didn't play well, which allowed Louisville into a game. And again, they've not had many chances. But as I say, not a great performance from us, but a wonderful desire to stay in a game and get back into it.
Hi, Mark. Congrats on the point tonight. The grit and mental toughness the team showed in the second half was spot on. Taylor Korniak, how important was she in our offense today? And what can we do different altogether against the Thorns?
Yeah, look, I think, it'd be a different game. I think, it's a different pitch when we go up to Thorns and so on. So, but with Taylor, she's obviously an aerial threat. And without the risk of turning into a direct team, you have the ability to mix that up. And I think that keeps the defender guessing. If we're always playing in front, players like Gemma Bonner will like that. So she'll come and step in, read the game, and whereas actually you have to press them from behind. So dropping the ball into that layer before and then behind is very difficult for a defender to swivel and play. So Taylor has that. We still need to tweak positioning. She's getting so much better away from the ball. But with the ball, she just needs to be in better positions, either that 5 yards deeper, 5 yards wider, 5 yards between two of the players that we're identifying that she can outstretch. But so she's so important. She changes the dynamic of our team. And then the performance just has to be like, we didn't tackle well enough first half. That's something I can't accept as a coach. When we're having 1v1 battles and we're being bounced on the floor, that's a professional point that the players need to. That's a technical aspect we can address. So it's something like that you can see the commitments there. But when you're in that 1v1 battle, I often watch the MLS aspects and it's almost a 1v1 all over the field. So if we can maximize that, then we can really launch our attacks quicker. So against Swans, it'll be a totally different game and something where we're playing in front of their fans, we have to take on board and open in a different way. Of course, look, Sid's a truly wonderful player. She's huge for us. She's huge when Alex and Marta are here. She's huge when they're not here. She's huge for us, like a key part of any team. She's wonderful. Leader, strong character, wonderful footballer. So she's huge. What we didn't do today, Julian, you can see it. We didn't stretch the line enough so that it allows Sid those pockets of movement. She didn't, when she received it and come underneath, we didn't run the line quickly enough behind. So these are things factors that will help. Jodie will help in that. Jodie will be aggressive behind the lines. And the thing is, Sid might have been cramping, but the thing she's taught me through even stern words whenever I've brought her off is that you'd have to drag her off the field. She has the commitment, the energy and the quality to be where she was in the final moment to take the game and bring it back for us. So, I can't stress enough just the importance of her and we have to stretch the line to create spaces for her. We have to be in front of the line to create spaces for her behind the line. And we didn't do that well enough. And it's something we'll assess. It's something that we'll look at and it's something we'll adapt as we go into the next few games. But long may it continue that she has that commitment to the pride because you've seen wonderful things from her.